Go pull out the last service invoice your Sully, look at it. Because somewhere on that, here's the truth. On these 7 jobs, they don't. I've spent years on the other side of that service counter, and I'm going to walk you through every one of them. 7 specific repairs your Subaru dealer charges hundreds for that you can do yourself in your own driveway this weekend. Most of them with tools you already own and 0 mechanical experience. For every single one, I'll give you the real numbers, what they charge, what it actually costs you, and exactly how to do it, step by step. We're going to start with the easiest, the 60-second jobs they bill you an hour of labor for, and work our way up to the one that saves you the most money of all. 2 quick things before we start. First, none of this voids your warranty. Federal law protects your right to do your own maintenance, and I'll show you how to keep the proof. Second, stay with me to the end because number 7 is the big one and number 3 is going to make you genuinely angry. It's a $3 fix they will happily charge you $40 for. Let's get into it. You do it. Open your glove box and empty it out. On both sides, there are small stops or tabs. Squeeze them in, and the glove box drops all the way down. Behind it, you'll see a rectangular plastic cover. Pop that off, and there's your filter sitting in a slot. Slide the old one out. Look for the little airflow arrow printed on the frame of the new one. It points down toward the floor. Slide it in the same way, snap the cover back, and lift the glove box into place. Done. One tip the dealer won't give you. Buy a charcoal-activated cabin filter instead of the plain paper one. It's a couple of dollars more, and it actually cuts smells and the exhaust from the car in front of you. Same 60-second job, better result. So that's job 1. You just saved $70-something and you're not even out of the driveway. But the next one is the job they love to bundle in right beside it and overcharge you for in exactly the same way. Number 2, the engine air filter. Different filter, different job. This one's the lung of your engine. It strains the air going into the boxer motor, so it declogged. One chokes the engine, costs you fuel economy, and on a turbo Subaru, it matters even more. The dealer quote looks familiar, $60 to $100. The filter is $15 to $30, and the labor they're charging for is, again, almost nothing. Because on a Subaru, this airbox sits right up top, easy to reach. Pop your hood and find the black plastic box on the intake side of the engine with a big hose coming off it. That's the airbox. It's held shut by a few metal screws. Flip the clips, lift the top of the art that should bother you. A lot of quick lube places and dealers will pull this filter, tap it on their hand, and tell you it needs replacing at every single oil change. It doesn't. Hold it up to a light. If you can see light through the pleats, it's still good. Most owners only need this every 15 to 30,000 miles. They're selling you filters you don't need yet at triple the price. 2 filters down and we're still in the warm-up. Number 3 is the one I warned you about. The $3 part with the most outrageous markup on this entire list. Number 3, your key fob starts getting weak. You have to be right next to the car for it to unlock, or the panic button gets unreliable. So you take it in, and they tell you the fob needs a battery, $40. Some shops go further, claim it needs to be reprogrammed, and try to sell you a whole new fob for $200 or $300. Here is the truth. Inside that fob is a single coin cell battery, almost always a CR2032, that costs about $3, and you can buy a 2-pack at any grocery store, pharmacy, or hardware aisle. Replacing it does not require programming. It does not require a trip anyway. On most Subaru fobs, you slide out the little metal emergency keyblade, and that releases a seam in the case. Take a coin or a small flat screwdriver, twist gently in that seam, and the fob pops open into 2 halves. The old coin battery lifts right out. Note which side faces up, usually the plus side. Drop the new one in the same way. Press the halves back together until they click, and slide the metal key back in. Your fob is back to full range, like it was new. $40 of labor, or a $3 battery, and 60 seconds. That's a more than 10 times markup on one of the simplest jobs that exists on your entire car. And once you've done it one time, you will never, ever pay someone to do it again. Now, those first 3 were the no-tool jobs. The next 4 save you even more. They just take a few minutes longer. And number 4 is one almost nobody thinks the math. Number 4, wiper blades. This one's sneaky because the markup hides behind convenience. You're at the dealer or a quick lube. They say your blades are streaking, and for $50, $60, $70, they'll swap them right now. Feels easy. Feels fair. It's neither. A quality pair of blades runs you 15 totore, and changing them is genuinely one of the easiest things you will ever do to a car. The catch they're banking on is that the clip can be a little fiddly the very first time, so people assume it's a job. It isn't. Lift the wiper arm off the glass so it stands up. On the blade, there's a small tab or clip where it meets the arm. Press that tab, and the old blade slides down. The new blade clicks onto that same hook. You'll hear it snap. Lower the arm gently back onto the glass. Repeat on the other side. And don't forget the rear wiper if your Outback, Forester, or Crosstrek has one. That's the one they upcharge the most for. A tip: buy the blades that come with the universal hook adapter already attached, and if you're unsure, watch a 15-second clip for your exact model. The $60 service into a $20 battery. This is where the numbers get serious. A dead or weak battery at the dealer is a $300, sometimes $400 afternoon by the time they're done. $200 plus for the battery, the rest in diagnosis and labor. Here's the secret that saves you most of that. Walk into any major parts store, the big national chains, and 2 things are true that the dealer will never mention. 1, they will test your battery, your alternator, and your charging system for free, right there in the parking lot, in about 10 minutes, so you actually know whether the battery is even the problem before you spend a dime. 2, if you buy the battery there, they will install it for free. A comparable battery is $130 to $200, and the install costs you nothing. If you'd rather do it yourself, it's straightforward, with one rule that matters. Loosen the negative terminal first, that's the black one marked with a minus, and tuck the cable aside so it can't touch metal. Then the positive, the red one with the plus. Undo the clamp holding the battery down. Lift the old one out. They're heavy, use your legs, and set the new one in the same spot. Now reconnect in reverse. Positive first, then negative. Tighten the hold down so it can't vibrate loose. One Subaru specific heads up: when you disco and some settings reset, and the engine may idle a little rough for the first few minutes while it relearns. That's normal. Drive it gently for 10 minutes and it sorts itself out. You just saved up to $200. And number 6 is the one most owners are scared of for no good reason. Number 6, spark plugs. This is the one occasional job, and the dealer is happy to lead a little tight. You'll reach them best with the front wheels off and the car safely up on jack stands working in through the wheel wells. So it's an afternoon, not 60 seconds. But the steps themselves are simple. One plug at a time, never all at once, so you never lose your place. Unplug the coil, remove the single bolt holding it, and pull the coil straight up. Use a spark plug socket and an extension to loosen the old plug and lift it out. Gap the new plug to spec, or just buy them pre-gapped. Put a tiny smear of anti-seize on the threads if the maker calls for it, and thread it in by hand first. By hand, so you physically cannot cross-thread it. Snug it with the wrench, reinstall the coil, and move to the next one. Do that 4 times and you just kept $300 in your pocket and learned the single most useful skill for keeping any engine running clean. And that leaves number 7, the big one, the job that saves you the most money on this entire list. Number 7, your brake pads. This is the one I told you to wait for because the savings here dwarf everything else. A dealer brake job, pads on one axle, Routour $150, and they'll almost always try to sell you rotors at the same time, whether you need them or not. Do the front and rear, and you're looking at the better part of $1,000. Set of quality pads is $30 to $70 an axle. Doing it yourself, even buying good pads, you're in for a fraction of one single dealer visit, and brakes are far more approachable than most people think. To make room, a cheap caliper tool or a C-clamp does it. New pads in, caliper back on, torque the bolts to spec, wheel back on. Then, and this matters, pump your brake pedal before you drive until it's firm so the pads seat against the rotor. 2 honest notes. If your rotors are deeply grooved or warped, they do need attention, but inspect them yourself first instead of taking a salesman's word, because most of the time, they're fine. And if you're going to learn brakes, watch a full walkthrough for your exact Subaru model first, take your time, and double-check every single bolt. This is the one job on the list where slow and careful really counts. Do it right, and you just saved the most money of the day, and you'll never flinch at a brake quote again. So let's add up what you actually walked away with. Let's total it up. The cabin filter and engine filter is call it 150 saved. The key fob and the wipers, another 70 or 80. The battery up to 200, the spark plugs 300, and the brakes, the better part of 1,000 if you do all 4 or 2 of normal ownership. That's well over $1,000. Money that was quietly leaving your pocket for jobs you can now do in your own driveway. And here's the thing that's bigger than the money. The dealer's whole advantage on these 7 jobs was that you didn't know how simple they were. Now you doy at a service desk, nodding along at a number just because they wear the badge. You understand your own car. There's one job I left off this list on purpose. Your CVT transmission fluid. Not because the dealer doesn't overcharge for it, they do. And worse, a lot of them will tell you it's sealed for life and flat refuse to touch it. It's just that one is important enough, and there's enough bad information floating around about it that it deserves its own video. And I made it. That's the next one you should watch. But before you go, I want a number from you. Drop a comment with the single most outrageous quote a dealer or shop ever handed you, the job, your Subaru, and what they wanted to charge for it. Name it and shame it. I read every one of these, and I want the people watching to see just how common this really is. Because the more of us who know how this works, the less it works on any of us. I'll see you in the CVT video.